What are the classic blunders for which one can fall? The first, of course, is never get involved in a land war in Asia and don't go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line. But the other is thinking that you can build up an immunity to a poison. It's a bit more complicated than that. When Westley famously defeats Vicini in The Princess Bride, it's with a fictional poison called iocane powder, which is...
It is odorless, tasteless, dissolves instantly in liquid, and is among the more deadly poisons known to man.
And the man in black is only able to survive because...
They were both poisoned. I spent the last few years building up an immunity to iocane powder.
But can anyone build up an immunity to a poison? I mean it. Anybody want a peanut? Intentionally poisoning yourself with some toxic chemical to try to engender some kind of immunity today is called Mithridatism, after King Mithridates of Pontus VI, who ruled an area that is now Syria from 120 to around 63 BC. You see, King Mithridates was so afraid of being poisoned himself that he poisoned himself, but with small doses, trying to gain immunity like Westley had in The Princess Bride. And it apparently worked too. To avoid capture from the Romans, he poisoned both himself and his daughters. His daughters died instantly, but he survived and only ended up feeling weak. He needed a subject to stab him to death to actually die. While this might have been called immunity back in the day, scientists now understand it as more of a resistance or tolerance. Immunity, I don't think it means what you think it means. Today, with the help of modern chemistry, we know that poisons can be both incredibly varied and incredibly complicated. For example, although snake venom and alcohol are both poisons, they have very different structures and affect the body in very different ways. For example, you can drink snake venom. Yeah, unless you have a cut in your mouth or in your bowels that will allow that venom to get into your bloodstream, the venom will be deactivated by the enzymes and acid in your stomach. I would not try it though. And you can build up a resistance to snake venom because your body can produce antibodies that identify, deactivate, and then remember what snake venom molecules look like. But this only works if you have a sublethal dose. Snake handlers have known about this for years, and to combat snake venom, they inject themselves with small doses of snake venom or even tattoo it into their own skin. Therefore, some snake handlers have been able to survive snake bites that would kill you or me. For booze, your liver's detoxification system gets stimulated with repeat exposures, meaning that you'll be able to get through more alcohol more quickly the more you drink, but only up to a point. You'll never be immune to either booze or snake venom. But what about iocane powder? How does that affect the body, and can you build up a tolerance for it? Do you want to know? As you wish. A good candidate for iocane powder? How about arsenic trioxide? A lethal dose of this odorless, tasteless, dissolves instantly in liquid powder is only 180 milligrams, or about the same mass as 2 grains of sand. That could totally fit into the vial that Westley uses in the movie, and we know that it's a successful poison. They call it succession powder because it's been reportedly used to dethrone many powerful people throughout the 15 and 1600s in Italy and France. So can you build up an immunity to arsenic trioxide? Again, it's more like a tolerance. If you dose yourself with small amounts of arsenic over time, it poisons the bowels and it impairs the bowel's ability to absorb more poison. So if this is what Mithridates or Westley did, yes, they will become more tolerant of arsenic over time, of this poison, but only because they're already poisoned. Yeah. Two groups of people support Westley here too. In the 19th century, the medical community uncovered a population of arsenic eaters who were taking small doses of arsenic every day for its supposedly beneficial health effects like rosy cheeks. And just recently, we uncovered a population of people in the Argentinian Andes who, through huge environmental exposures of arsenic, have been naturally selected for some kind of genetic immunity, but again, more like resistance. So my bet for iocane powder is arsenic trioxide. We know it fits the description. It's deadly, it's dissolvable, it's odorless, and it's tasteless. And you can build up some kind of resistance to it. Really, what Westley was doing was just recreating the death of Mithridates and his daughters when he and Vicini drank that poisoned wine. Hello, my name is Kyle Hill, and you just learned about poison tolerance. Prepare to because science. Want more science? Head back to Nerdist.com and
Secret Santa.
What?
I've got your present, Kyle. Me, Secret Santa, the office guardian of Secret Santa.
There's gotta be a more concise way to say that.
Ooh, daddy-like.
Well, you can find out who gave it to you this Friday.
I'm having a moment.
This Friday on Nerdist News.